These 5 books cost less than $100, but will make you more money than a 4-year college degree. And I know this because I spent 2 years in college, dropped out, read these books, and in under 3 years ended up making more than my college professor's yearly salaries in a single month. So sure, you can spend tens of thousands of dollars and waste years of your time getting a business degree that might get you a $60K a year job. Or you can dedicate 2 months to reading these books, apply what you learn, and be making a hell of a lot more money, a hell of a lot faster. So this first book changed my life. When I first read it, I had just dropped out of college, quit my job at Domino's, and restarted my social media account to 0 followers. And I was trying to figure out how to make money online when I stumbled across this book that isn't really talked about much. This one book taught me the skill that helped me grow my social media to over 550,000 people across all the platforms and scaled my business to 10K, 50K, and over 100K months. The book is called Writing Tools by Roy Peter Clark. And this book is hands down the best book I've ever read on writing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Writing? What does that have to do with me? Well, whether you know it or not, you are a writer. Content is writing. Marketing is writing. Communication is writing. And when you write better, you think clearer. And when you think clearer, you speak better. And when you speak better, you persuade better. And when you persuade better, you make more money. And it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or your 40s, or if you're a man or a woman, writing is the #1 skill that improves every aspect of your life. But school made it boring by making you write 3,000 word essays on topics that you don't have any interest in. And on top of that, school doesn't really teach you how to write effectively in the real world. Writing Tools is a book that breaks down how to write engagingly, persuasively, and effectively in an easy to understand way that anyone can learn. The 288 pages in that book taught me more than 2 years of pursuing my English degree. But writing is only one piece of the puzzle. When you combine it with this second book, you become deadly. So if you want to use your words to persuade others, or if you want to protect yourself from being manipulated, this second book is a must read. And this book actually saved my ass when I was 20 and traveling Bangkok. And to put a long story short, there was an elaborate scam 4 people tried pulling on me that was very calculated and rehearsed. And if it wasn't for reading this book, I wouldn't have recognized the manipulation tactics they were using on me, and I would have lost out on thousands of dollars. So although this book is over 40 years old, the principles in it are timeless. The book is called Influence by the author Robert Cialdini. And this book talks about the 6 key principles of influence and how they can persuade people for the better, or how people can use it to manipulate you. And when I talk about persuasion, I always get someone in the comments that says, persuasion is evil, persuasion is unethical. And sure, if you're trying to influence people to do something that's not in their best interest, that's manipulation. But persuasion is different. Martin Luther King used persuasion to help pass civil rights legislation. Gandhi used persuasion to influence millions to join in a peaceful protest. Me telling you to like this video and subscribe isn't really persuasive, but you should do it anyway. Now, you need to persuade if you want to make a change and make money in today's world. And there's no better book to read than this one. Now, if you want to persuade on a global level, then this next book is for you. I read this book 2 years into my online business journey, but if I would have read it at the start, I would have taken a year off my learning curve and I would be much farther ahead than I am now. When I first read this book, I already had an online following of around 150,000 people, but it confirmed all the lessons I learned from experience. The second book that'll make you more money than a college degree is called Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. This book gives you the A to Z roadmap to building an influential online personal brand that not only grows you a big social media following, but also shows you how to make money from it. Because if you look around you, the world has changed. Attention has shifted from the radio to the TV and now to social media. So think about it. I mean, are you more likely to buy a product or service from some random person from an ad, or somebody you follow on social media who's been providing you with an immense amount of value for months or even years? People are moving away from buying from big companies and strangers to buying more from people they know, like, and trust. And the people they know, like, and trust are those they follow on social media. So one of the best things you can do to make money online is build your personal brand. Expert Secrets is the book that'll help you build a profitable personal brand that stands out in today's digital world where everyone is competing for attention. But even if you have attention, to make money, you need something to sell, right? And that's where this next book comes in. It's what helped me hit my first $11,000 month online as a beginner. But before I show you what this book is, if you're enjoying this video, hit that like button and comment one of your favorite books that's helped you on your journey. Not only will it help my video rank better in the YouTube algorithm, but it also might save someone from wasting thousands of dollars and years of their life pursuing a degree like I did. And if you like content about online business, social media, and cheesy self-development stuff, hit subscribe. All right, so the fourth book is one that I didn't want to put on the list because so many people reference it and I wanted to be a little bit original, but I would be lying if I said it wasn't one of the most useful books I've ever read on business. Applying the lessons from this one book helped me go from a complete business newbie, helping me get clients who paid anywhere between $3,000 to $12,000 a month as a ghostwriter. So the book is called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. And this book perfectly breaks down what to sell and how to sell it to make a ton of money. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, this book explains the psychology and principles behind charging premium prices for your stuff and explains business in a way that's super easy to understand. And this condenses years worth of knowledge into a few hours of reading time. Now, if you haven't read this book, it is a must. So the fifth and final book on the list is from a man that completely changed how I view the world and really is one of the most profound philosophers of today's time. I listened to a podcast he did with Joe Rogan when I was 18, and it was one of the most influential talks I listened to about business and life. So although this book doesn't teach you a hard skill, it's just as useful as the other ones. The Almanac of Naval Ravikant is a book that's split into two parts. Number one is wealth, and then number two is happiness. And both parts of the book are filled primarily with mental models around leverage and decision making and show you a new way of thinking that goes against how society has programmed you. And the insights in this book are presented in a concise, accessible manner, making complex ideas understandable for everyone. I mean, from beginners to big brain giga geniuses and even potatoes like me. And it's not just a guide to achieving wealth and happiness, but also as a reflection on the philosophies that underpin a meaningful life. Now, reading is great, but if you want actionable steps to making money online right now, then click this video on the screen. In it, I break down one of the most useful skills you can learn in today's world and give you a step-by-step actionable roadmap to doing it.